right, we're going to start working on congruent chords and arcs. And so the first thing we want to look at is two chords are congruent if and only if their corresponding arcs are congruent. So AB is equal to CD, and the measure of arc AB is equal to the measure of arc CD. And then the second is they are equal distance from the center. So that means that AB is equal to CD, and if and only if EF is equal to EB. So let's look at that. We said AB is equal to CD, and the measure of arc AB is equal to the measure of CD. That was the first condition. Now, the next condition was AB is equal to CD and EF is equal to, oops, that should be an EG. Sorry, that should be a G. If a diameter or a radius is perpendicular if a diameter all the way across or a radius is perpendicular to a chord, then it bisects the chord, and its arc. So therefore, EH would be perpendicular to AB, and AF would be equal to FB, and the measure of arc AH would be equal to the measure of arc HB. All right, so let's go through and take a look at some of these. So right now what we've got is we know that these two chords are congruent. So if those two chords are congruent, that means that their arcs are going to be equal. So we're going to say 115 is equal to 7x plus 24. So subtract 24. Now we got 91 equals 7x, and therefore x equals 13 when you divide. All right, so it's your turn. You're going to go ahead and try this one. We've got the same thing, except for this time we're saying that the arcs are congruent. Go for it. When you get done, come back and the answers will be there. All right, here's the answer. Okay, let's go and do the next ones. So again, we're going to find xy is what it says. Before we were looking for x, so now we're going to look for xy. Once again, we have that the arcs are equal. So if the arcs are equal, the chords are equal. So we've got 9x minus 34 is equal to 4x plus 1. So subtract 4x, subtract 4x. 5x minus 34 is equal to 1. Add 34. Add 34. We got 5x equals 35, but it's not asking for x. X is equal to 7. It's asking for xy. And so xy is equal to 4x plus 1. So 4 times 7 plus 1. So the answer should be 29. All right, your turn. Go for it, and then come back. Go ahead and pause this. Come back when you have the answer. And here's the answer. Remember, we're talking about arcs, and arcs are degrees, so don't forget your degree symbol. All right, let's go through this next one and let's think about what they're asking. So if you look at this next one, again, we know that the chords are equal, so therefore we know that this arc is equal to this arc, and we know how much this arc is. So if we know that those two arcs are equal, that means we know that 6x minus 20 plus, they're equal, so 6x minus 20 plus 76 equals 360, right? 360 all the way around. So we're just going to combine our like terms. So we've got 12x minus, let's see, 40 plus 76 equals 360. 40 plus 76, so 12x plus 36 equals 360. So if I take away 360 from there, I get 12, or 36, I get 324. And then divide by 12. And remember, we're solving for x, so x equals 27. Okay, so now we're going to go through this next one. It says if MP is equal to 5x, so this one here is 5x minus 34, and PN is 2x minus 4. And if you remember, we were talking about those up at the top where we said that EF is equal to EG. So that means those two are going to be congruent because the arcs are congruent. So we're going to set it up. 5x minus 34 is equal to 2x minus 4. Subtract 2x. 3x minus 34 is equal to negative 4. Add 34. 3x equals 30, divide by 3, and x equals 10. But it tells you to find MP. So MP is 5x minus 34. We're going to replace the x, so 5 times 10 minus 34. So 50 minus 34 is going to give me 16. All right, let's go to the back page for, whoops. And let's take a look at these ones. So now we're going to look at this next one. Again, we've got those two little segments are congruent, and this time it says DE. So this one is equal to 11x plus 15, and then FG is equal to 32x minus 27. So because we have that these two are equal and perpendicular, that means that those two chords are equal. So 11x plus 15 is equal to 32x minus 27. Let's start solving. Minus 11x minus 11x. 15 is equal to 21x minus 27. Add 27. And we've got 42 is equal to 21x divided by 21. We got x equals 2. Okay, but it's not asking for that. It's asking for DE. And DE is 11x plus 15. So 11 times 2 plus 15. And the answer is 37. All right, so the next one, we're going to take a look at the next one. And it says that these two segments are congruent. If they're congruent, the arc and perpendicular to the chords, therefore the chords are congruent, so that means that the arcs are congruent. So 9x minus 43 is equal to 5x plus 33. Start solving. Minus 5x. We get 4x minus 43 equals 33. Add 43. 4x equals 76, divide by 4. And x equals 19, but it's not asking for x. It's asking for the measure of MP. And MP, so what we need to do is find the measure of this, and then this one's going to be the same, subtract from 360. So 5x plus 33, so 5 times 19 plus 33. And let's see, so we get, hold on, we get 95 plus 33, so that equals 128. So this is 128, and that's 128. If we add those two together, 128 plus 128, you get 256. That's how much this whole thing is. So subtract that from 360, and you'll get that this piece right here is going to be equal to 104 degrees. That's your answer. Okay, let's go through these next ones, and let's see. In circle Z, RS is 18, so this right here is 18, which means TU is 18, so we got TU. We know the measure of TY. The measure of TY is 42 degrees, so that means, let's see. Okay, so now for TV, we know that this is 18, so therefore TV is 9, because we're only talking about half of it. And then WS, so we've got a whole WS is 18, so this is going to be 9. Now we need YU, so we need to figure out what YU is going to be. And we already know that TY is 42, so therefore YU is 42. And then RS, so if this is 84 altogether, this is 84. All right, so go ahead and see if you can do number 10, and then come back. So go ahead and pause, come back, and we'll see if you got it right. Okay, here's the answers. Hopefully you got it right. Just remember that since the blue is 256, CHA is 256. If you subtract that from 360, you get 104, which is going to give you the rest, which is AC. Okay, so let's go through these next ones. Let's see, QM, so QM and MR. So if you take a look at those two, we know that they are congruent, so 6x minus 11 is equal to 2x plus 9. Subtract 2x. Subtract 2x, you get 4x minus 11 equals 9, add 11. 4x equals 20, so x equals 5. We want to find MN. So we want to find one of them. So let's go 6x minus 11. So 6 times 5 minus 11, which is going to give me 30 minus 11. So 30 minus 11 gives me 19. So one section is 19. We want the whole thing. So 19 and 19 is going to give us 38. That's how much MN is equal to. Okay, so let's have you guys go ahead and work on number 12. So go ahead and pause and come back when you're ready. Let me move this over a little bit so we can see it. And the answer is 62 degrees. What the trick was here is if you look at EF, EF is a whole arc there, whereas CI is half of the arc. So you had to multiply it by 10 so that you could get, multiply it by 2 so that you can make them equal to each other. Okay, we're done. We're not going to worry about the bottom 4.